Hello and welcome back to NBC Weather Plus. I'm meteorologist Raphael Miranda, and it's time now for a look at your coast-to-coast forecast. Things cooling off across much of the east. Temperatures in the 40s in the upper Great Lakes, 50s in Chicago and New York City, 60s down in Atlanta. Out west, though, still warm in Los Angeles, coming in with 81 degrees. The plains are going to stay stormy for your Friday. Definitely want to grab the umbrella in Kansas City, back towards Oklahoma City, even Amarillo. Going to be dealing with some strong storms out there. We do have a cold front and an area of low pressure providing a stormy end to the work week. Oklahoma City, you are in the clear right now. The storm's off to your east along I-40. That's going to be a very difficult drive, some very gusty winds. We're looking for those heavy downpours, also large hail. A gorgeous day across Paris and London. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures warming up to the 20s there. 32 in Madrid. Some drizzle possible in Rome with a high of 26 degrees. Over to the lower 48, the United States, we are expecting more tropical moisture. This activity is going to pass to the west of Iowa City. But if you are in Williamsburg on I-80, you definitely want to be on alert. Those storms are headed your way. We will see some very heavy rainfall in New York City, Washington, and Boston. Definitely grab your umbrella and even your raincoat as you head out to work. To Chicago, but out west, Denver, the bottom has fallen out, 46 degrees cooler than you were this time yesterday. I know there were some 80s. You were probably wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Now dealing with some snow, 33 degrees snowfall in Denver. Well, it certainly looks like things are clearing up for you out there, even a bit of sunshine perhaps. Now, what can you tell us about how the oil refineries were affected by Gustav?
Well, what we had is...
We're not just dealing with Ike out there, but also Tropical Storm Josephine. Now, this one, a bit of a pussycat compared to Ike, not really having a good time getting itself organized, and we aren't expecting a whole lot out of Josephine over the next few days. Tornado warnings in effect in Alabama and also Tennessee. Let's start with Tennessee, where we've already had tornado reports on the ground. Right now, we will go to WSMV. They are covering the severe weather in the Nashville area.
Kind of the notch that comes in there, and then what you see...
Tropical Storm Hannah slammed into the Bahamas Tuesday, pounding the islands with wind and rain. The National Hurricane Center said after the storm hits the southeastern Bahamas, it will move on to the central part of the island chain on Wednesday. Hannah's wind speed was about 70 miles per hour, but the Hurricane Center predicts it will gain strength and may be a hurricane by the time it reaches the U.S. later this week. A bit of good news for New Orleans. We have just been informed that the New Orleans Saints are preparing to kick off their season this Sunday out of the Superdome, playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For the latest on Gustav and for your local forecast, we've been dealing with lots of showers and clouds around the Great Lakes. We still have a low pressure spinning out there, providing some light showers across much of the region. Let's take a closer look at that rain across the northeast. Buffalo dealing with some cool showers. Temperatures already in the 40s there, 46 in Burlington, 58 in the Big Apple. We could see that rain throughout the past 6 hours, really just streaming in off those Great Lakes. Buffalo area dealing with some heavier rain showers just to the south of town. That's some lake-enhanced rainfall. The water temperatures on Lake Erie still in the mid-60s. So hello and welcome back to NBC Weather Plus. I'm meteorologist Raphael Miranda, and it's time now for your tropical outlook. Yes, it is October. It's hard to believe already October is here. We're going to start off today taking a look back at some famous October hurricanes. Hazel topping the list back in 1954. That, of course, was a very powerful storm for the Carolinas. Then in the 60s, we had Flora in 1963, a devastating storm for Haiti and the Dominican Republic. In the 90s, we had Opal and also Hurricane Mitch. And who can forget Hurricane Wilma in 2005? I know residents of South Florida and also the Yucatan certainly cannot. A very devastating storm for that part of the world. Now, taking a look at the current tropical situation, relatively quiet start to October. So good news there. We're still keeping an eye on Laura, which is now an extratropical system, losing all of the tropical characteristics and really headed out to sea in the cold waters of the North Atlantic. So we're not going to have to worry about this one over the next couple of days, moving away from Canada and also the United States. Further south, we're watching a couple of waves of low pressure moving off the coast of Africa into the open waters, but not picking up any organization here. We're just going to track these closely over the next day or so. In the Caribbean, quite an active weather pattern across portions of a frontal boundary, places like Cuba and also Jamaica dealing with some very heavy rainfall, but lots of clear skies across Hispaniola and even Puerto Rico enjoying a bit of a break there. Back towards the Yucatan, some showers off the coast, but the Gulf of Mexico really clearing out. We've been dealing with so much storminess over the Gulf. Finally, this frontal boundary moves offshore. Florida getting a break, and the Gulf just clear skies throughout. So a big break there for residents of the Gulf Coast, going to be enjoying lots of sunshine. Over in the Eastern Pacific, we are watching Tropical Storm Marie as she continues to move towards the west and the northwest. We're going to watch Tropical Storm Marie maintain that tropical storm strength over the next couple of days, really not moving very fast, but moving away from land. So good news there. And we're also watching the next potential storm develop. This is the area to watch, just a few hundred miles south of Acapulco. We're watching this one becoming better organized over the next 12 hours, 24 hours, could become our next tropical depression. Back to the lower 48 we go for your Thursday. Things cooling off across much of the eastern half of the nation. We've had one cold front come through. The next one is dropping down as well. We're going to stay hot, though, in the desert southwest. Another hot one for Los Angeles. In the northwest, all this beautiful weather coming to an abrupt end. Our first fall storm is here in places like Seattle and Portland, moving onshore with that onshore flow. Very heavy rain possible at times. Definitely want to grab your umbrella as you head out to work anywhere along I-5 from Seattle down towards Medford, even portions of Northern California dealing with this rain on your Thursday. We had such a nice streak of beautiful weather, but fall is here. The season has arrived for the rain to become more frequent in the northwest. We are expecting anywhere up to an inch, maybe an inch and a half of rainfall along the coast. Temperature is going to be a bit below average on your Thursday in the low to mid 60s. Across to the northeast, the Great Lakes still cool and showery for your Thursday. Probably want to have your umbrella handy in places like Buffalo, Cleveland, and Detroit. Some heavy morning rain possible across New England, then more of a nuisance, lighter showers throughout the rest of the day on Thursday. It's going to be a chilly start to the day as you head out to the school bus in Detroit. 42 degrees, so definitely need that jacket. Same for you in Buffalo, mid-40s there, low 50s in New York City. For your local forecast, head to our website anytime, day or night, weatherplus.com.